Noorulain Noor is a clinical researcher at Stanford University and the poetry editor of Paper Cuts. Paper Cuts is a publication of Desi Writers Lounge, an online writing community for emerging South Asian writers. Noorulain's work has appeared or is forthcoming in a number of literary magazines, including Ardor, the Bangalore Review, a Parion Review, Clapboard House, Blue Lake Review, and others. Raised in Lahore, Pakistan, Noorulain now lives in the San Francisco Bay Area, where she leads poetry workshops, blogs, and writes on the broad themes of identity, multiculturalism, and the immigrant experience. Please welcome Noorulain Noor.
Thank you for having me here this evening. I'm going to read 3 poems for you, and I think actually all of them have some glimpses of my childhood. The first one's called Dissonance. 5 times a day, the muezzin's sonorous call emerged from the minarets of the neighborhood mosque. While pigeons roosted in the half moon of its dome, he summoned supplicants with those words I breathed through clamped teeth to find solace in devotion, a contraction scissoring through me, the nurse's sandpaper hands, her gravelly voice, "It's supposed to hurt." "It's supposed to hurt," my mother whispered, an anchor of reassurance, her hand on her brother's arm, face clinical but eyes leaping between residues of the accident, his mangled leg, his languid tears. Languid tears the house heaved with when they lifted my grandmother, a son holding each leg of the charpoy, and again as the procession began, a sea of white skullcaps, a jangle of prayer beads. A jangle of prayer beads drowned out by the shouts of 2 boys on a Sunday morning in the courtyard of All Saints Church, Peshawar, and a shower of ball bearings bearing their flesh demonstrated the cost of worship interrupted. 127 dead, 250 injured in the wake of those words. Those words I recite on bleak days still, Allahu Akbar, folding them inward now, swallowing the music, the meaning of each syllable, a habitual remedy for my wayward faith, a practice of humility, an offering of grace. The second one is called Cooked Until Golden Brown. Cheerleaders with their self-assured skin and gossip have invaded the pool. I am a strange woman in their midst, fully clothed, skirting the valley's afternoon sun. My grandmother taught me to categorically shun the intrusive heat of native and foreign seasons. You take after your father's family. Use an umbrella. Always read under the old banyan. Get down from the rooftop. Your skin is like caramelized onions. You want to cook it more? I sit with my swimsuit-clad toddler, her feet lapping up the cool water, my back contracting with a fever that amplifies and prickles along my spine. I speak in monosyllables to my child, peppering the echoes of Nani's admonitions, her wellspring of instruction. No one will marry you if you turn into kiwi brown shoe polish. Drink more milk. Use a whitening cream. Both chai and beetle juice will stain you from the inside out. She was mad, I think, but moved to this corner, shielded by a tree's silhouette, Nani's syrupy voice, and the warmth of the day leaking out of my pores. And I stay here anyway, despite my daughter's mewling, sun-kissed calls. And this last one is called Chronology of Evil Eye. When I was 7 days old, my hair was shaven. Mother held the woolly strands, her palms cupped in prayer under the kitchen faucet, and let them be carried to the city's innards. A butcher was summoned to our house, and he slaughtered a goat for my long life. The meat she distributed among neighbors, and the hide she gave to the gypsies who lived in bamboo huts at the end of the street. They sold it for a few rupees, a meal or two. For 2 more girl babies who emerged from the same womb, this ritual was replicated. "No, brother," strange women said to the 3 of us, "such darling angels, such burden, those eyes, that hair." Mother circled 2 eggs around our eyes and broke them on a stone in the garden. The yolks, twin suns over rock, congealed in the heat. She touched 7 red chilies to our heads and charred them in the flame of an oil lamp. Plumes of roasted pepper smoke gave our noses an itch. Every fortnight, Mother told us to put fistfuls of lentils in steel bowls, pour milk into pails, rice, flour, and sugar into buckets. This bounty our hands prepared, she delivered to the neighborhood gypsies and 3 beggar families that slept under the awning of a condemned building. In return, they gave her wild mint leaves, hand-woven hemp baskets, and blessings. When my brother was 7 days old, his hair was shaven. Mother saved the shorn wisps and his shriveled umbilical cord stump in the folds of a cotton handkerchief. The butcher slaughtered 2 goats for his life. When he was 41 days old, Mother drove to the Ravi, shook the cloth's contents into the river, and looked up at the sky. A brother to 3 girls, choice spray of evil eye. Save my son. Save him. Save him. Save him. Thank you for your attention.